If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you, here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out.
Like this, all the other gangsters in this whole city they know he snitched, right?
Is he still active? You know what?
Yeah, he's still active. Yeah,
What's he repping these days?
Well-known four-trade gangster. So he's still, he's
a four-trade gangster.
Yeah, four-trade gangster Crip. Yeah, he's still active. Yeah, he's still active. Cool.
I'm just gonna hold that.
Oh yes, ma'am. Yeah, man, most guys are terrified. There was another guy with him. Little short, younger guy.
Yeah, his name?
I don't know his name.
Did he do anything, or was he just...
Nah, he point. The short guy, I ran to the car to get my gun as they was leaving because I thought they were still in the building. So when I ran out and asked where they are, a guy said that they was in the bathroom.
For the barbershop?
Yeah, the barbershop. Because it's a big building. It's a building that has a beauty shop, barbershop, a barber college.
What's around 6800 Benwood?
The Wells Fargo Bank.
Oh,
the QT.
Is it right across the street from Wells Fargo Bank?
Yeah, cat corner. Yeah.
Right at the corner. So you got the QT on one side, across the street.
Not that barbershop. You got to come down a little bit.
Okay, so if you do find out where he lives or he says maybe the license plate for the car, when the detectives make note of it, when the detective calls you. It's Thursday, so he might call you on Monday. Okay. Monday, Tuesday, sometime next week. Okay. Get that information.
Before we get into this demonstration, let's go to the backstory and figure out like how this whole demonstration happened. Here it is, Charleston White, in Houston or Texas somewhere down there at the barber shop getting his hair cut. The barber was cutting Charleston White hair so good that this man fell asleep in the barber chair. A lot of brothers do this. A lot of brothers, they just get in that barber chair and be getting groomed up and they just fall asleep. And Charleston White is one of those brothers that fell asleep in the barber chair. So while he's asleep, this man that he's been talking crazy about, I'm talking about calling the man snitches and dogging him out. And you know how Charleston White talk, y'all. Charleston White will dog you. I'm talking about he talk real bad about you. Now, this man that he was talking about, calling snitches and stuff like that, is a four-trade gangster Crip. Well known down south. Well known down there in Texas. And from my understanding, this brother right here is a killer. This brother right here don't play. Like, he's been known to lay people down with that pistol. He's been known to shoot people down with that pistol. Like, he's a pistolier. He don't play no games. But Charleston White is Charleston White. He talking bad about the man and called the man a snitch. Said the man snitched on the case. That was too much. So while Charleston White is getting his hair cut, somebody must have dropped his load and said, hey, Charleston White up here at the barbershop getting his hair cut. Dude slides up to the barbershop with him and a couple of youngsters. Charleston White sleep. He walks clean up in the barber shop, ain't say nothing to nobody. Seen Charleston White, gave him a right, pow! Tried to catch him with that left, but he nicked him. He ain't catch him clean with that left. He caught him with that, I'm talking about, he hit Charleston White so hard with that right, his head did like this here. And Charleston White coming to, he sleeps, so he like, man, he probably thought the barber, the dude that was grooming him, that was cutting his hair, probably hit him, but he coming to, he like, man, and I'm speaking from video footage. I got the video footage. For those of you who haven't seen that video, click the link at the top of the comment section and you can go over there to my Too Raw for YouTube channel and check out that video and other content that I got over there. Get your membership. If you're not into that type of stuff, I'm not putting a gun to your head telling you to go over there and get it. But if you into that and you want to see it, go check it out. So, after he hits Charleston White like that, the barber dude that was cutting his hair, everybody starting to trying to, break it up, get in the way and all that. Charleston White gets up, grabs some type of little thing that he grabbed. And, he got it and, he's trying to threaten the guy with it and dude is still coming. Now, there's a door behind Charleston White. So Charleston White is kind of like getting backed up in the door. And then there's another barbershop dude come up and he trying to like get in the middle. But the guy that hit him the first time, the one that he called the snitch, tried to catch him again. You know, he tried to reach, you know, around the no, excuse me. It was Charleston White's brother. Yeah. Charleston White's brother and the barbershop dude was trying to break it up. But the guy that Charleston White called the snitch, he didn't have no problem with Charleston White's brother. He wanted Charleston. So he reached around Charleston's brother and tried to catch him with that left again, but he missed. Charleston White goes into the back room, goes into that door that I said that he was getting backed into, goes back there and comes back with a broom. So now Charleston White got the broom and he acting like he want to hit one of them with the broom. When he do that, Charleston White didn't even see it. It was a young brother. And he started walking up and he getting in the camera footage. This brother right here got an automatic weapon in his back pocket. And he's grabbing it. Charleston White is not even focused on him. He focused on the guy that hit him. But he don't understand that it's another guy that's with him, got his hand on the pistol, grabbing his back pocket. You can see the gun in his back pocket. He holding it. Then the next thing you know, all you see is Charleston White's wife. I'm talking about, you know, the lady when Charleston White first started coming out, used to make him that good breakfast, and Charleston White be eating and talking, and she be in the background, yeah, baby, you know. Her. Now, I ain't never seen her before until I got the video. So now we finally get to see who she is, right? And look, she jumped in front of Charleston White, jumped in front of the guy that hit Charleston White, jumped in front of everybody, and was like defending him like, nah, like, you know, women, they real defensive of their men. So a woman to jump in front of all type of stuff, you know, like, hold on, wait a minute, what y'all doing? And so she like that. Charleston White finally get, you know, when she get like that, I guess the guys kind of backed off a little bit because, you know, it's a woman, you know, and these is gangsters, you know what I'm saying? And they do the old school gangster. So he already know like, nah, you know, a woman off limits or whatever, because we ain't play that back in the day, right? So they must have backed off because then Charleston White makes his escape. Cold-blooded demonstration. Now, allow me to say this right here. All the shit that Charleston White be talking, ain't no way in the hell he supposed to been asleep in nobody's barber chair in the public. If he at the crib, the barber come to the house, cut him up or whatever, you fall asleep, kick your feet up, whatever, you know. But you in the hood, getting your hair cut, after disrespecting all these peoples, it don't make no sense. And your life could have been taken. Because it was the young boy that had the pistol. The old head, older brother, you know what I'm saying, the classic brother, he didn't have no pistol. He came in there with these right here. Yank, yank. He come with his, we come throwing them from the shoulders. But the young boy had the pistol and he got his hand on it. If Charleston probably would have said the wrong thing or acted a different type of way or raised the thing at him, he would have blew him down. He would have blew him down. And the crazy part that just gets me out of all of this is that, man, this man right here fell asleep in a barber chair, knowing that he is creating enemies every day with his mouth. He could have been dead that day. He didn't have his gun on him. He had to run to the car to go get his gun. And by the time he ran to his car or got to his car to go get his gun, they was already gone. They was gone. So that is the video that you seen, and that's who he's talking about. He's at the hospital giving a full complaint about the guy that hit him. Now, I don't see why people believe that Charleston White be playing when he say he gonna tell on you if you hit him. Check it out.
If one of you nigga beat me up, guess what I'm doing? Boy, I'm pressing charges like a motherfucker. Man, I'm pressing charges. And then I'm taking my disability papers to the prosecutor's office so we can enhance the charges. Because you jumped on a disabled person, a legally blind man. Now, your attorney can go get the pictures all they want to and videos of me driving doing this here. He legally blind, and you jumped on a disabled man, boy, your motherfucking charges gonna be enhanced like a motherfucker. And he a community activist, and he a youth advocate. Boy, your ass gonna be in trouble like a motherfucker. And boy, get what? I'm gonna take this eye out when it's time to come testify. I'm gonna feel my way around the courtroom. Yeah, I'm gonna feel my way around the courtroom when it's up there. Say, they go have the Bible out. Will you put your hand on the Bible? Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, like I see this. Yeah, sir, the Bible right here. Oh, okay. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, there's nothing but the truth, truth. So help you God. Yeah, I do. Then when I get there, they go have the microphone right there to talk. I'm gonna be talking like this, like I'm talking on the microphone. Sir, the microphone right here. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay, I got it. Yeah. Well, yeah. Can you point him out? Can you spot him out? I'm gonna be able to see him with that. Can you see him? Yeah, that's him right there. I thought you couldn't see. That's the same silhouette. Yeah, that's the same silhouette. I'll never forget that silhouette. Say, you lose all the way around.
You see what I'm saying? So why even play with this guy? Why even, put your hands on him or anything like that? And I'm talking about, he talking about his disability and all that. And man, you ain't gonna win. You not gonna win that battle right there unless, you lay him down. And I'm not saying that somebody should lay him down. I'm not saying, when I say lay him down, I'm talking about putting him 6 feet. I don't want nobody to do that. I'm not saying somebody should do that. I'm not encouraging nobody to do that. I'm not about that life like that. But I'm saying that's the only way. If you come putting your hands on somebody that's disabled, then you in trouble. But at the same time, Charleston White got to take some responsibility too. He got to take some accountability too. You can't just be running around talking bad about gangsters, talking bad about people dead friends, and talking about people's mamas and stuff like that, talking bad about people's kids. I mean, you can do whatever you want to do. But at the same time, you got to know that there's consequences behind your actions. There's consequences behind the words that come out your mouth. Look, words hurt harder than punches. Because you got to deal with that all day long, every day. You get hit in the mouth, you get hit in the eye, something like that. It hurt for a little while, but then you get back. You, all right, okay, I'm cool, I'm straight. But when somebody say something to you that's true and it hurts you, you got to deal with that all the time. Now, do I have a problem with Charleston White telling the police on this brother for hitting him? Nah, I don't. Back in my gangster days, you understand what I'm saying? When I was running around being a gang banger, I would have had a real problem with that. Because the street code, the gang banging code tells us snitches get stitches. It tells us you're not supposed to snitch. I don't care what happened to you. You're supposed to keep it solid, as they call it. You ain't supposed to do no snitching. And let me say this right here. That right there is the most backwardest thinking that I can even think of. Here it is, somebody harm you, somebody steal from you, somebody do something wrong to you, somebody threaten to do something wrong to you. And you can't go tell the people that will put them in check because you got to keep it solid, or you got to take the law into your own hands and risk of getting killed or risk of going to jail for killing them, harming them, shooting them, beating them. It's a lose-lose. There's no winning in that whatsoever. So what I like to think is this right here. We got to get out of that way of thinking. And when I say we, I'm talking about my black brothers and sisters, my African American brothers and sisters, or whatever we calling ourselves these days. We got to get out of that way of thinking, and let me explain to you why. Ever since we was little, the word snitch, right, came with bad consequences for those of us who came up in the hood. As a youngster, if I went and told on my big sister, hey, she hit me, my mama would be, boy, you stitching too much, you tell too much. I might get slapped upside the head, pushed out the room, or get out my face, telling ass you tell too damn much, right? So as a youngster, I'm already understanding that, okay, if you snitch, there's consequences behind that. If you tell, you possibly can get in trouble. So now this thing has got so big in our community that snitching is negative, right? There's nothing positive that's going to come from snitching. But the backwards thing about it is that snitching is basically telling the truth. That's what it is. You telling the truth about some circumstances or about something that happened to you. You telling the truth. But here it is, ever since you was young, you was told telling this type of truth can get you in trouble. You can get a whooping. We don't like you telling that type of truth. And that's fucked up. Excuse my language. But it is. Because now look at our community. It's towed down. Because people are not snitching. People are afraid to snitch. Because they know snitching comes with consequences. Ever since they was little. So, to change the thinking, we got to start telling the truth. We got to stop calling it snitching. We got to start telling the truth. Because in the white community, they don't use that word snitch. They tell the truth. And do you see drug dealers all on the corners of their communities selling dope? Do you hear about, gangs standing out all in front of the corners, having shootouts and stuff like that all in their communities? No. Because they gonna tell the truth. If you get gangsters, go out to the suburbs and try to set up shop and open up a dope house and sit on the corners in the suburbs. What them people gonna do? You gonna say, man, they snitched on us, man. And I'm gonna say, no, they told the truth. You was out there selling dope in their community and they told the truth. You was out there standing on the block, being the nuisance, spray painting on the wall and gang banging and stuff like that. And they told the truth. Why y'all think gangsters, drug dealers, anybody that's part of the underworld doing any type of criminal activity, they don't take that out there to the suburbs. They don't take it in the white communities. Why? Because they know them white people are going to tell the truth. They go, honey, what? You see those guys out there? It looks like they're doing transactions. He has a gun. Call the cops. Call. Hurry. I'm talking about regular programming. This is natural for them. No fear or nothing. Why? Because they understand, hey, look, the police is here to defend me. I'm not finna go out there and confront them. I'm not finna go out there and say, hey, you guys shouldn't be selling drugs in my community. You have a gun. Get away from here. They ain't finna do that. They gonna call the people that got all the power and authority to do that. 911. Hey, yeah. He has on a red bandana. Some guys in the blue bandana came in and fired some shots out of a Chevy Tahoe. Yeah, license plate number 5922 ZUB. Come on. Yeah. That's why gangsters and criminals, they don't take it out there to them communities because they know them people are going to tell the truth. So what you think if we started telling the truth in our communities, what would happen? Yeah. Look, and I'm talking from experience. When I was coming up, gang banging, dumb, stupid, there were certain parts of the hood that we knew, don't go over there, man. They gonna snitch, bro. We can't even, they gonna call the police. Don't go over there. You see? So just imagine if all of us, and look, the gangsters that watch my channel, the criminals that watch my channel, I don't expect y'all to agree with this. I know y'all finna be in the comment section, you a rat, you a snitch, you this, you that, and I accept all that. That's okay. Because I don't expect you to understand. Because you are lost mentally. You still stuck in that backwards way of thinking. And you're going to lose. So I don't expect you to understand what I'm saying because it goes against everything you stand for. Me telling people to tell the truth on you goes against everything you stand for, so I don't expect you to understand. But if you ever make it to be my age, you will understand. You will. Because a lot of y'all ain't gonna make it. I'm glad I made it. So, I don't expect y'all to understand. Y'all can be mad, y'all can be upset. But what y'all need to do really is to take heed and understand and stop living that criminal lifestyle. You're going to lose. It's not made for you to win. Yeah, you're going to win for a little bit. It's going to be fun for a little bit. You even going to get away with some crimes. Yeah. But it don't last forever. And the proof, I'm finna give you 2 proofs that all y'all should know. Y'all got homies that are in jail doing a large amount of their life in prison. Y'all got some homies that are in prison doing the rest of their lives in prison. And a lot of y'all got homeboys that are in the ground dead for living that lifestyle. Those are the 2 proofs that you should learn from. You should be able to look around you and look at all your homeboys that are gone. Hey, rest in peace to so-and-so. Rest in peace to Bulldog. Rest in peace to 12 Gauge. Right? Free my nigga Lil Duke. Free my nigga Lil J. Excuse my language, y'all. But I gotta speak to my gangsters. Right? If you don't want to be a long live or a free my nigga, change your thinking. That's how you avoid all that madness. Because you know in your heart, you don't want to be a long live. You don't want to be free my nigga. You don't want to be that. So if you know within your heart that you don't want to be that, then get away from that. And live your life how you supposed to live. Truthfully, independently, and righteously. That's it. Now, getting back to my point initially. Imagine if we, the people all in the ghettos all across America, started telling the truth. Man, our communities won't be drug filled. Our communities won't have hookers and pimps and scammers and all that harms, all this misery and pain. It wouldn't be in our communities. Because all the people in the underworld will understand, can't go over there and hang over there, bruh. They gonna call the police. Can't sell dope over there, man. They gonna call the police. Can't have my hookers and I can't pimp over here. They gonna call the police. I can't do drugs and stuff like that over here. They gonna call the police. One thing about criminals despise the police. That's the antidote to criminality. Y'all gotta understand that and y'all gotta realize that. I know it's hard. I understand because we come up. Man, I ain't doing no snitching, man. I don't snitch. I don't do none of that. I understand that. But you got to get that negative way of thinking about snitching out of your mind and understand I'm telling the truth. How you doing, officer? I would like to remain anonymous. Yeah, I got some guys out here selling dope in front of the house. Yeah, one of them got on blue, one of them got on white, one of them got on orange. Yeah. Yep, and I believe the one in the blue got a gun. I seen him reaching in this thing, so y'all be careful. But I don't want them in front of my house selling dope. I got kids and stuff like that. Can y'all please just get these guys away from here? Thank you, I really appreciate it. You ain't got to show up for no court or nothing like that. You ain't got to do none of that. Because once the police come and grab them and find guns and stuff like that, they got probable cause because somebody called on them. Not only that, once they find guns and drugs and stuff like that, they gonna get them up out of here. They ain't finna say, they gonna say, oh yeah, somebody called, but you anonymous. And I'm telling you, man, look, I'm surprised that I'm speaking like this. But I want to save my people. I want to save some of you young brothers who are probably upset at me for speaking like this, who probably mad at me for speaking like this. I want to save you from being killed. I want to save you from doing a large amount of your time in prison or doing the rest of your life in prison. I want to save you from that. And sometimes we got to be hard. Because when we young and we juveniles and stuff like that, we hard-headed. We don't believe it. You got to force us to believe it and to accept it. But let me tell you this right here, young brothers and sisters. If you keep taking the law in your own hands, you're going to get killed or you're going to jail. If you keep gangbanging and living that criminal life, you're going to get killed or you're going to jail. It's that easy. There's no other way around it. Like I said before, look around you. It don't get no clearer than that. This is Hood Educated, not Lane Related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And if you're feeling generous, please make a small donation to the channel. Peace and love.